Hi, welcome to another episode with Moody Okur. So I am happy, I'm excited. You can tune in today. For our new subscribers, for our old subscribers, thank you. You're the real MVP. Okay, so today I'll be talking about something that is very, very important. I've had this on my mind for a while and I've been meaning to I want to share it with you. I want to have a discussion. I want to know your opinion because this is something that is gradually creeping in. Okay, today we're going to be talking about loneliness, depression, suicide, and recovery. Yes, I said so. Okay, so for a while now, a lot of things have been trending where you hear people try to kill themselves, try to jump off a cliff, even to the Third Mainland Bridge. I've been reading about that a lot of late. So I decided to sit and talk to you about this. Okay, so what is loneliness? Basically, to me, I feel loneliness is a feeling. Okay, it's actually a feeling, and then you're unhappy about a state. Okay, trying to isolate yourself socially. That to me, I would say is loneliness. Okay, so what actually causes loneliness? Yes, okay, so a lot of things contribute in this feeling. One, probably you just move into a new location, you don't have any friends, family members, and you feel lonely. It's bound to happen. Okay, another one is divorce. Okay, I've never been divorced, and but people who have gone through this phase say it's a whole lot, and usually you bound to feel lonely. Another one is the loss of family members. Yes, I for one, I can testify to that. There is this emptiness, especially if you're close to the person involved. Okay, another one is you you're ill. Okay, illness is another thing that can cause um, loneliness in an individual. And also, another cause of loneliness is loss of self-esteem. Okay, so you notice that people who have very low esteem feel that they are not good enough to be in the crowd. I don't fit in here. I don't want to be here. And these are the things that gradually causes you to want to isolate or shift yourself and want to be on your own. Okay. So I'm going to be telling you, I want us to talk about the health effect of loneliness. In all these things, it's really important we know that it can affect us health-wise. One of it is the high blood pressure. Once you start having this, you start noticing a change in your blood pressure and it becomes very high, which is not good. Another effect of loneliness is depression. Yes, take note of this I'm saying because we would run across each of these words, interwoven each other. Another one is that you have weakened immune system. Okay, some of the health effects of loneliness is even death. It can get to that point. You can also have heart disease. Okay, you can also be obese. Because some people, when they're lonely, they stay indoors, they want to eat and all of that. This causes obesity. It is not good. Okay, so I want to talk about depression in just a very simple way to explain this feeling because this is something we can easily relate to because we happen to see day to day. Depression has to do with it's a mood where you have a loss of interest in activities, things that excite you, things you're happy about, days you look forward to. When they come, you just feel normal. That's depression calling. Okay, what causes this depression? It's almost similar with that of loneliness. One of the things that causes depression is the fact that one, you notice that you have loss in appetite. It can lead to that. It can cause that. You also notice that you have weakness. Gender vulnerability is another one where the females are secluded or streamlined or drawn to a particular lifestyle or a particular occupation. These things tend to draw people to become depressed. These also can happen for both the male and the female. I'm not just going to emphasize on, oh, females alone and all of that, because I had that in my previous video where they're like, it's like this your video or this your vlog is just supporting women. No, we are all working together. Okay, so outside these things which I've just mentioned, death or loss too causes depression. Yes, so this is also something that I said initially is the cause of loneliness, and now I'm repeating it again as a cause of depression. Now, what is the health effects? Lack of sleep. You know, when I said this one, even when I had it in mind, I say, okay, someone that knows me will like, don't you think you should? Okay, so if you know me very well, you know that at night, if you send me a message, you buzz me up, you need that friend in the night to talk to, I know that I'm there. Okay, so that's because these things too could affect, it could be the reason for not sleeping. So the health effect of that, I said, is lack of sleep. Another one is loss of appetite. You don't find it interesting, your favorite meal is no longer sweet to you. That meal that you will see like this and you're like, me, I want to eat too. Mine is beans and plantain. Any time of the day, hola me, it happens. Your body is paining you, your head, your shoulder, your knee, every part of your body is paining you. You have constant headache. It's part of it. And then there's this fatigue. Imagine you waking up in the morning when you're supposed to feel fresh, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling tired. I don't know, I'm just tired. It's also part of it. Okay? So let me just go to suicide, because suicide is not even plenty. Suicide is killing oneself on purpose. Do you understand? Dying at your own hand. That is suicide. Chicken. Okay. What causes suicide? Alcohol and drug intake. It causes suicide. When you don't have control of yourself, you just have something controlling your body and you feel like you want to do things you've never done before, try things you never tried before. It can lead to suicide. Another one is financial problem. When I said financial problem, I know I was laughing. I said if everybody commits suicide because financial problem, I'm sure there'll be nobody on planet Earth. But like I would say, everybody handles pressure differently. Somebody may be indebted to a bank with over a 100 million naira, and he will be smiling. Another person is indebted to 100,000 and he's mourning. That's because every individual have the ability how they can handle these things. Okay, so you don't just do that. Chronic disease too can cause suicide, where you're told, oh, this illness is not going to go, and you feel like, what's the point? Then when it used to be HIV, when we hear if you have HIV, you feel like there's no solution. But now it's good. Technology has made it the way that if you take care of yourself properly, you can stay for a couple of years, as long as possible. Okay. Social isolation, they just distance themselves for you. And maybe because sometimes some religion, some tribe encourages this, maybe because it is something in the community and all of that. But we should try as much as possible to be where people are. Try to interact, try to have a social life at least. I remember my niece and nephew some years ago, someone came to visit and we're like, you know what, just take care of my niece and nephew. We want to do something inside and come back briefly. And when we came out, the lady was like, I don't understand. Imagine these kids asking me, sorry, auntie, do you have a social life? Yes, they taught them in school. It's important. You can now you don't just live with just having your life, your mental state, religious life, and all of that. You should have a social life where you interact with people, where you go out, where you get to interact with the environment and the society at large. Okay, so that is another one too. Another one is history of mental disorder. This one is just simply probably your late great grandfather, your grandparents, or somebody in your family has a history of mental case. It causes that you don't have any probably reason apart from your genes, and you feel like, oh, you want to take your life. Health effect of suicide. You're going to cause people pain around you. You're going to lose your life. Of course, you're dead. So that's just it. Okay, so someone I was talking to, a friend of mine called me about a month ago to say December she was depressed, and now it started again and she feels like she wants to commit suicide. And I talked to her, spoke with her, and we tried to go through it. So I was narrating that same audio to another friend. People are going through a lot. See the situation. And she's like, why would she want to do that? She's a young girl. She has life. That's important. Oh, she shouldn't. I was like, hello, relax. Everybody differs, like I will tell you. How you would endure or handle a situation, another person can't. Okay, let me give you a typical illustration. Somebody that can be heartbroken and just sleep over for 2-3 days, 1 week, and be fine. Another person can be heartbroken and turn to a drug addict. Another person can be heartbroken, the same heartbreak, and decide to go and kill the person that broke his or her heart. Why another person would never love again? These are people going through one similar situation but handling it in different form. So when people tell you they feel down, they feel sad, they are not happy, they are this, try to be there. That's the least thing you could do. There was a time I was putting it on my status that if you need to talk, I'm here. Not because I don't have what to do, but I understand what it means for you to get to a certain point. Because I have lost people in my life and I know that feeling. At a point, I've got to the depression. I've literally experienced everything. Yeah, okay, so this is something that I can easily relate when people say it. If you've not been there, A round of applause for you. I don't wish for you to be there. But if you've been there, feel free. Have someone you can talk to. If you don't have, I'm here. I'll talk to you about it, because trust me, it's something you don't need to keep to yourself. And dying or taking your life is not the best of solution, because you didn't give yourself the life. You shouldn't just take it because of one reason. I want to talk to you about how you recover from this, because yes, people get lonely, it happens. People get depressed, it happens. People even want to kill themselves, it happens. But I have gotten a perfect solution. Okay, I'm smiling because I know I'm thinking in my mind, okay, so what's the solution? But I want to leave it that way so that I will talk to you about it on our next episode. As well as, if possible, talk to people on the street, try to get their opinion. Have you ever been suicidal? Have you thought about committing suicide? What happened? How did you get out of it? Do you know anybody that did that? You hear people say, oh, he was such a lively person, he had everything going on, why did he kill himself? I heard of the former Miss America or so, with all her degrees, beauty and everything, she committed suicide. I'm like, okay, so this has no exclusion of personality. It's not because she's too pretty, she has accomplishment. That's not a yardstick to it. Okay, so until I'll meet you next time, where I need to talk about this to people and understand why people get to this point. If you've ever gotten to this point, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification button. So this is bye-bye from me. Bye.